In today's video, I'm going to review this Merten Stork carbon steel fry pan. Now, I love carbon steel pans. I already have one and been using this Matfer for years now. Now, this is quite a bit bigger. This is the 11 7/8, and it works just fantastically. I love it. But it's a little bit too big for this induction stovetop. And so what happens is that I've got about a 7-inch cooking surface here, and it has a tendency to heat just the center. And so what I wanted to do was find something a little bit more appropriately sized for this induction cooktop, and so I bought this 8-inch version. Now the 8-inch fits quite well. Let's take the packaging off here just a second. All right, so look at the cooking surface. It fits just right. So that's about 7 inches as far as the bottom of the pan, and it's 8 inches as far as the overall. And so this is going to work a lot better on this induction top. And what I intend to do with it mostly are omelets. And so I think this is to be a pretty good pan. And there are quite a bit differences in this pan versus the Matfer. One thing, it's very, very thin and lightweight. Compare this side by side with my Matfer, and then look at the difference in the thickness here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's quite a bit thinner. This is a lot heavier duty. Now, it comes pre-seasoned, and that's different than the Matfer, but as far as pre-seasoned or not, it just doesn't matter to me, because it's very easy to use. Now, if you look here, we have a riveted handle onto the pan. And this is going to be a black carbon handle. I guess Merten Stork used to have one that was a stainless steel, but I couldn't find it. I don't think they're making it anymore. So this sort of has a blue tint, and if you read the instructions, that is totally normal. And so all you need to do with this is wash it with hot soapy water, and then it's ready to go. So I'm going to go do that, and then I'll be right back. All right, it's just a little bit wet. I'm just going to warm it up a little bit, not too hot. I just want to dry it off a little bit and get it warm, and then I'll pop a little bit of oil in there. So if you ever lose the seasoning on this, you can re-season it very quickly with a high temperature oil like canola. I also use grapeseed oil, and I have used avocado oil. And so they seem to work best. Now you can see that it's very flat. There's no rock or anything, there's no warp. And with an induction top, you have to have a very, very flat surface. So I'm only at 700 watts here. This thing goes to 1800, but I've learned from experience that with black carbon steel, you do not want to go too hot or you will warp it. And so I actually did warp my pan here, and I took it out to the shop and banged it with a hammer upside down to straighten it back out, but I do not recommend going too hot. Okay, so it's already dancing. You can see the water is dancing here. And so let's put in a little bit of oil and see how make sure it's heating it up. Now, a lot of people have noted in the comments that it seems to be almost hydrophobic with the oil. In other words, it pools and it does not shimmer like on other pans, and I can see what they're talking about here. So if you look around, it just doesn't seem like it wants to stick anywhere, and that's because it is so non-stick that it doesn't seem to want to evenly coat. And that is different than what I've noticed in my Matfer. It doesn't seem to have this behavior. But let's see how it performs in real tests with cooking and see if it makes any difference at all. All right, let's make a little omelet. Yeah. Oh boy, look how non-stick that is. It's just sliding around on the pan. See that? Let me show you. That's crazy. So it's so non-stick. Look at this. I mean, that's insanely non-stick. I love it. So a lot of times what I'll do with an omelet is that I'll do kind of like a light scramble, and then I'll tilt the pan and then get the more of the uncooked egg kind of off to the side. There we go. Now I gotta turn this down a little bit, and then because I don't want to overdo it. All right, a little hard to film and cook at the same time, but no problem. So I turned the temperature down so that I could cook it without burning it while I'm filming it. Okay, I'm going to turn the temperature back up a little bit, and then let's go in here and, oh boy, wow, that is a non-stick pan. That's insane. My idea here on low heat, I'm just going to melt the cheese, and then I can feel how done it is. Turn it up a smidge. Okay. And then look at this, that's, there are no chemicals here. And so this is just so non-stick. It's crazy. All right, that's done. And then we can just simply slide it off the pan. And wow, look at that. There's nothing to clean up. I would say that is a very good addition to my kitchen, especially for a small induction unit like I have over here. Now for bigger ones, you could, do like 8 eggs at one time in my Matfer. But for a small omelet like this, you can't beat it. Okay, cleanup is a breeze. I've used these types of pans for a long time now. I mean, right now you could just simply, take a paper towel or something and wipe it down, and maybe a little scrub in the sink. It's just not that big a deal. And then over time, this will develop a patina, and it's going to look more like this. And so you have some where you have a little bit more buildup in areas and whatnot. And if it ever gets too much, you can put it on the stove, like a gas stove is best. Get it really, really hot and scrape off any carbon. And that's just a natural part of black carbon. But for a situation like this, like if I had done something longer, like a steak or something like that, then you're going to have some, built up areas of food and whatnot that you have to scrape off. And then you can, use a scrub brush or whatnot and a little soap and water, and then you need to re-season it. And I do that on a daily basis, and to re-season it like on a maintenance level, not a complete re-season. I put it on the pan, warm it up, put some oil in, and let it heat up until it's just about to smoke, and then shut it off and wipe it around with a paper towel, and then you might repeat that, and then it just completely non-stick all over again. And if you look at my review, I think I did this like 3 years ago, something like that, and I just love this pan. I just use it every day. But it's just a bit too big for my induction cooktop, at least, this one is. So one other thing, just so you know, this works on electric, gas, induction, pretty much anywhere. And it has a steel handle, and then you can pop it right into the oven. You can use it under the broiler. You can do anything with this type of fan. And so they're very, very versatile. And I'm just very impressed with this one and black carbon steel in general. And as always, I'll put a link down in the description below. I didn't pay that much for it. This is very reasonably priced. I only paid about $30 for it, and this is in spring of 2026. And so for this amount of money for a non-stick with no chemicals, I mean, there's no Teflon, there's no coatings, nothing. It's all safe, natural, and easy to use. So you really can't go wrong. The only thing I would recommend is that be careful on induction that you don't like get it really, really hot. So as you can see that it doesn't bounce or wiggle, and it's completely pancake flat, and an induction needs pancake flat. So just keep in mind that it's pretty thin and it heats up very quickly, so you don't have to use a super high temperature on the induction.